I've been with him for through two content cops, and I help. Like, I mean,
Yeah, a lot of people's I guess criticism is like, oh, like that witch or that,
Yeah.
Well, a lot
changed him, or
a lot
like
of people,
things have gotten bad since they've gotten together, type thing.
a lot of people attack Anissa. People are like obsessed with.
Well, they just don't understand that she's been like helping me create videos since we got together, and a lot of the videos that people love are with her help and involvement, and it's been the same thing all the way.
The rice gum one, I remember you were there.
Yeah.
You had a lot. You were had a lot of input on that one.
Yeah, the rice gum one was a lot of fun. I really like, but I mean, I also take ownership for the Tana. The Tana thing was my.
Oh, that was so long ago.
Was my idea. Was my stupid idea.
Yeah.
I was the one that
suggested like we can go to the place. It's just in San Francisco. I'm like, it is just in San Francisco.
Yeah, that drive and everything. And now I think back to it, I'm like, I can't believe we literally harassed an 18-year-old child at her show. It's like kind of.
That's I guess when you put it that way,
it
doesn't sound like
horrendous.
Yeah.
It's horrendous. It's probably like my most embarrassing. Like it is. It's fucking embarrassing. But I mean, it was things that a lot of people loved. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, it was like I can recognize why it was entertaining. I could also recognize why it was completely out of line.
Yeah, she could have owned us. Honestly.
Yeah, if she just acted mature.
Yeah, if she would have.
Right, it was a risky move, but she really couldn't. It's gonna turn out better for you guys how that went.
We couldn't believe that she made a video afterward and she didn't know that it was.
I'll tell you.
She had no idea. She just thought it was like a crazy fan.
It was crazy when we were in the car. So we drove and we stayed with a friend and we were driving back. We did like the 7-8 hour drive, and in the car after everything had transpired, Ian's sitting there, and I'm sitting there, and I looked at him, and I was like, I don't think she knew that was you.
She described you as a psycho fan in her video.
Yeah. She didn't know.
Awesome.
I
mean, that played perfectly into your video.
I think, I don't know.
We did like sort of do an impulse buy of her merch while we were there.
We did, yeah.
And we loaded up on the merch, like in the line.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah. It's like,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's part of like the history of like the channel and stuff, but definitely like, I mean, as almost 30-year-olds, or he is 30, it's like you look back on that and you're like, holy shit, I can't believe we fucking.
It was a different time back then for sure.
I don't think it's fair to say it was that different.
It was just.
I think I was different for sure.
Well, I think people have the same problem with me. Is it the same have a problem with you? Yeah. Is that we both used to be like edgy comedians and we were a part of the larger commentary community. And as we've aged, we've realized that, you want to conduct yourself differently.
Well, when you start interacting
caring
with the actual world and you're not in your bedroom creating like sitting in your bedroom for 19 hours creating a hit piece on someone, basically, and you actually interact with human beings, you sort of realize like that isn't really real life.
Also, I think like, to be fair, like the OnlyFans stuff like really was a huge wake-up call to both of us, like emotionally what happens when like the internet kind of collectively shits on you.
So, by the way, if people don't know, so you guys started dating, you decided to make an OnlyFans, but that was like years after you guys were already together, right?
Yeah, we were together for 4 years pretty much at that point.
And so then when you made that OnlyFans, there was like a huge
a lot of people cared, which was very surprising. It was, though, genuinely shocking because it is like my biggest, I mean, there's like some days where I ask Ian, like, have I ruined your life? Like, I feel like because you get so many messages where like you have to think about it. It's like, I mean, I showed up 2016, and now here we are, and Ian is doing different stuff. Like, Ian as a person has not changed very much in like regards to his like moral stance on a lot of things, but like Ian and how he feels about how he wants to put himself on the internet has changed.
But I think that was gonna happen no matter what.
That's what he always says.
That had to happen.
Yeah, I think
those videos, like you said now, they were a hit piece, and when you look back at it, you cringe at it.
Absolutely.
It's not something that could have been sustainable even if you wanted to.
Look, if you didn't change,
you couldn't.
You'd be Keemstar.
Right.
Yeah.
And also,
yeah.
YouTube changed as a platform. They don't allow stuff like that anymore like they did back then. Everything changes.
Yeah.
And so you shouldn't feel like
Yeah.
You.
I
Good you
try to-
changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think.
Well, I'm sure you know that, but yeah, I guess you
Yeah.
have insecurity about it because
Yeah.
of Keemstar and people like him.